recording.
Okay, we're over it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on the third episode of Staff Turnover with your most awesomest co-hosts, Christina. That's me.
Oh.
Hey, guys. I'm the American. Yeah.
And I'm the Canadian.
Yes. Mohamed, I was just gonna introduce you with this long-winded intro, but Mohamed, how's it going, buddy?
It's going good. How are you doing? I'm very glad to be podcasting with you again.
Of course, I'm likewise. I'm glad we were able to work this out, and I almost feel like it's like a month every time that we podcast, but that's okay. That's okay. Shit happens, man. But we're here. It's all about showing up in life sometimes. And literally, I feel like that's about work, right? You just show up. All you got to do is just show up, and then eventually 2 weeks you'll get paid. That's the most
dragging
important thing.
We're dragging our feet to this podcast like it was some sort of 9 to 5. And we tolerate the people that we work with just like a 9 to 5.
God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I tolerate you more than just the people that I work with, Mohamed. If you're trying to insinuate something.
Yeah, because this is like your second job, and you know how you shit talk to your friends about people you work with. Mm-hmm. We do that here too.
Yeah, we do. It's a very safe place here that we could talk about the people we don't like working with. And not only that, I feel like this podcast is going to be more than that. Just the people we enjoy working with as well, guys. It's not just, it's about love sometimes as well.
Oh, very nice.
But, so Mohamed, how's everything? How's life?
Life's good. It's busy. It's hectic. Winter is coming.
Literally,
winter is coming. And,
literally.
And we have
Calgary.
And we
Canada.
have real winters here, but yeah, it's not too bad. Same old. Same old.
Same old. Like -50 Fahrenheit. Same old.
-50 what?
Fahrenheit. Yes, Mohamed.
I don't recognize that.
Here in America, we use Fahrenheit. Okay, doesn't make any sense, but we use it anyway. Okay. All right.
The American motto.
Yeah. It's like throwing bacon on turkey. It doesn't make any sense, but we're gonna fucking do it because it tastes amazing. It's one of those things. Hey, by the way, didn't your guys' Thanksgiving pass already?
Yes, it did. You guys haven't had it yet, right?
Yeah. When did you guys have it? It's literally on Columbus Day for Americans.
Oh.
It's sometime in October, isn't it?
And Columbus Day is like this controversial thing, right? In America, people are like...
Yeah, it's awful. No, it's awful. But still, I'm American, so I gotta, I gotta pseudo support it because you're Canadian, so...
but it's awful.
I literally...
He's apparently
pseudo.
like a monster, and then other people are like, stop ruining our fun, and I don't know. But yes, we had ours, our Thanksgiving was on October 8th. And
oh my God, so early.
Oh yeah.
How was that? It's funny. It's because I feel like the last time we podcasted was like a month and a half ago, way before. I mean, before you guys had your Thanksgiving. So how was it?
Oh, it was good. I think I probably played poker on that weekend.
Oh, hey, dude, it's my mom. Okay, give me a second. Let me give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay.
No worries.
Yes, I've played poker. Yeah. What are you trying to say, friend? Huh?
Oh, I was insinuating that poker game is no place for a lady. No. I mean, like, because a lot of my friends actually didn't know how to play poker, so we had to teach them, and we're playing.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, who are your friends?
Oh,
by the way, I'm sure some of them listen. By the way, I'm sorry. It was a joke. It's a joke. I'm joking. But literally, what is wrong with you people?
What do you mean? Not everyone plays.
Most people that I know how to play poker.
Well, we actually had to teach. I think
is that a stereotype?
I played with 3 people, and I'm a novice, and I was the only one who knew how to play. so I had to teach them, and we played
I'm so
Texas
sorry to
Hold'em,
hear that.
and it was tons.
Uh-huh.
It was tons of fun, and while they were learning, I took it easy on them, but at the end, I just
Oh.
destroyed them. So. But how about you? What have you been up to?
It's awesome.
What's new with you?
What is new? Just busy, unbelievably busy. I work, obviously I work a full-time job, but I not only work, but I have two woodworking classes from Monday through Friday, or Monday through Thursday.
Yes.
What's funny is that it's not really work to me, but the idea of being up, from the big, 5:30ish, I'm up, and I probably go to sleep around 11 p.m.
Damn.
So I'm constantly, dude. I work from 7:30 to 4, and then from there I go directly to class, and then I'm in class from like 6 to 9, and then I come home, I eat, obviously, and then kind of breathe and kind of just settle into a couch, and then
You mean breathe air that's not filled with sawdust? Because I think that's what you're doing all day.
Exactly. Yeah, dude. Every morning, like I'm like hacking up, phlegm. It's quite beautiful, actually.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like another 5 years. I feel like 5 years of this, I can really start being more concerned about my health. But like right now, I'm young. I don't give a shit. I just want to build stuff. So I'm completely fine. But
Yeah,
dude,
it's okay.
I'm loving it.
If you get sick, you guys have health care. Oh no. Oh my God. You guys don't have.
That's cute. It's cute. No, my health insurance is gonna kick in. Maybe in 2 months. We'll see.
Okay.
You're like, yeah. I can swing that sword around there, Mohamed. Hey, I got health insurance.
Very nice. So do you think that you like spending all day with wood and sawdust and sniffing glue and just handling clamps all day? Are you gonna get tired of this? Are you gonna be like, oh man, never, huh?
Dude, you know what's funny and kind of really, really serious at the same time? I've actually thought about this. I go, if I literally died tomorrow,
yeah,
it's like, well, I've traveled a bit. Unfortunately, I worked in Canada and I met Mohamed. I've got this podcast.
Forbid, yeah.
But seriously, but jokingly as well, is that I'm like, man, I build stuff. I'm creative every day, and
awesome.
I'm very. It's not even like, oh, I'm so happy. Oh my God, I'm very content, and that's been it's a very new feeling. Or feel like a new state of being. It's very different. It's very new. I've never felt this before. I've never wanted to like.
I don't even know who you are. Like who are you and what have you done with Christina? Content with your work?
What? Yeah, exactly. Like like every time that we talked about work or when it came to my work, it was like I was always complaining about stupid people majority of the time.
Yep.
Okay, our viewers. Honestly, I feel like I think we have some. I haven't even looked at the stats, but just because we're so early in the podcast, but like I don't know if do you have consistent viewers? If anything, thank you so much. Like, but I feel like there's plenty of dumb people to complain about, and that's all I did because I feel like I wasn't appreciated, and not only that, I didn't appreciate the work because it wasn't the work for me. Like, it was just a combination of me trying to figure out, trying to develop this self-awareness of what work I would be what I would appreciate, and not only that, just the environment that you are in. Mm-hmm. And I finally found it, and I realized that my new job. The guys that I work with are so chill. Okay. They are appreciative. Like, actually, they're probably, like, blown away with my resume, and the idea of me working there is, like, above and beyond. Like,
So you wanted appreciation. You wanted every time you walk in there, people would be like, "Oh, thank God, Christina's here."
No, come on.
I'm just
But if
teasing,
anything,
yeah.
like, dude, but in the beginning, I had to say, like, guys, I've had to do this, but on a much larger scale.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they're really happy about, like, contracts they get for, like, $30,000. I think the most that they've gotten was probably maybe 50.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my last project was $1 billion. The department
actually,
that
I love putting that on my
I
resume.
worked in
It's
was like 220 million.
Managed cost for a $1 billion project, and what's it called? Worked transitioned to another project, another $1.5 billion. It's like,
Yeah, dude, I was like, hey, my resume consists of $1 billion projects, and the departments that I was working under, like I was the project engineer for like a $220 million project or department.
which by the
Like,
way,
that was
by the
my
way,
budget.
I think let's clarify. We worked in some oil and gas projects, in especially when we worked together in Alberta, in Canada. So
Yeah.
it's not like we were rich or like big shots.
No.
It was just that we were on
No.
huge projects. Yeah.
We're just, I think the thing is, the cool opportunity about that was, we weren't big shots in that
Not at all,
project,
yeah.
because it was such a large project, we were still able, like, our influence, our, like, responsibility
Yes.
was massive. Like, it was
Yeah.
funny is, like, at the time when we were working there, it didn't mean much because we were just kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
we were just the engineers, but we were engineers on $1 billion project as opposed to like $1 million project. Some of my friends are talking about like, oh, 10 million, 20 million. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's fine.
That's
Okay,
cute.
it's easy. It's cute. I love it because it's incredibly demeaning and I love it. But
There it is. There's the Christina I know. No, just kidding.
no. But it's like, dude, straight up, one of the conversations I had with my boss and kind of this new guy that joined, he is he's considerably older than me. Okay, so here's my boss, and my boss wants to create a new kind of company within the. By the way, there's tons of companies within this company, but he wants to basically be a builder, like a very small builder, because he realized that all the kind of artsy-fartsy interior designing things that we have spawned on, we have narrowed that niche and we can get that work, is that he realized that not only do we know how to fabricate and produce these, just quality pieces, right, in hotels, he realized like the whole installation part of that is a market that he really wants to tap into. So basically he just wants to be a builder, smaller version of what you and I are used to. And I said, okay, cool, that's easy enough. I know how to set up crews, I know how to manage costs, I know how to set up crews, whatever you want, right? And he's like, that's great, that's awesome. And then he says, okay, cool, that's right, but
Okay.
there's 10 million things that you need to do in order for things, for you to build shit, right? And so what's funny is now we've hired this new guy, which is, I'd say he's probably mid 40s.
Oh.
And his only experience is he knows how to lead a shop, which is probably 2-3 guys, right? Like machinists, woodworkers, like 3-4 guys, right? But he used to own it. So, he's got that leg up on me, whatever. And what's so funny is like, oh, he's, my boss, he goes, hey, could you explain to the new guy, like new older guy, right? Because my boss, his idea is that the new guy would be the lead of this new company or, a little sub company that he wants to create, to be the builder, right? And basically I would be the doer of everything. So, I explained to him, okay, well, easy enough. I was a project engineer for my last project for the civil department. Here's the budget. I led, material purchasing, tracking. We had $10,000 every day of trucking fees, like, cost, daily costs, were we making money, phone calls in and out, my guys are bitching about this, I had to plan out work, I knew, you were in the, basically you were in the dirt, like you were, what's that saying, boots on the ground, boots in the dirt or something like that. Like I was living and breathing it, right? And he literally, Mohamed, I told him, like, it took about 5 minutes to explain everything that I did, right?
Yeah.
And he was blown away. He was like, I actually really appreciate it. He goes, whoa. He's like, and you're here? Like, and I'm like, yeah, I realize I want to be more hands-on, and, this is basically the most perfect situation, most perfect job for me to really not only have my project management skills, but be able to learn everything, right? Like, learn the tools, hone a craft, right? And he looked at Diego, my boss, and he goes, wow, like, I know how to build, like, little things, but she knows how to make it happen with larger crews. And and I was like, damn right. Damn right. Damn right. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to, like, jump into that. But anyways, life is good. Work is great. It's incredibly busy. And let's, you kind of talked about it, but let's jump into it. So Weather Watch. How's it going? How's it going there in Calgary? So Mohamed, you kind of touched on it, but let's jump into it. Weather Watch. How's it going in Calgary?
Weather Watch. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Weather watching.
Weather watching. we're not
watching the weather.
No G's in this podcast. So the weather in Calgary is not great. It's turbulent. We had I think we spoke about it last time. We had a big snowstorm, and then
sounds about right.
Yeah, and then we're like, oh, winter's here, but then it disappeared. The snow disappeared, and we had like good weather for a while, and then today,
you know what it was?
What?
I feel like you guys were in the what is it? The center of the storm. So it like storm. Misled you. There you go. And then it was like bam. Oh, psych.
So basically, we're having our second winter, and okay, so I was late for this podcast because as soon
it's just rude, rude. What a rude Canadian.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. I'm just totally disrespectful, but also on top of that, unintentional. Anytime there's any snow on the ground in Calgary, it's like the whole city forgets how to drive.
Dude, it's snow. First of all, it's snow. Okay. Dude,
what is that supposed to mean?
I think that's okay. Honestly, in California, it's like the opposite.
Oh.
There's one speck of rain hits the ground. All of a sudden, dude, freeways are just jam-packed. People are like, oh my God, I don't know how to get home. It's the thing, the whole snow thing, kind of like, you know what?
It makes
snow's
sense.
a little scary to drive in.
It
makes
scary.
Total sense. But
black ice.
Dude, it's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's true. Maybe people in California have less of an excuse, but the thing is, here it happens every year. You know what I mean? Like it's like
I know it's it's expected. Like, get used to it.
So having all four seasons sometimes in one day and having them hard. Like we don't half-ass anything. Our summers are hot. Our winters are cold. We get snow, we get hail, we get all this stuff. You'd think that people would like wisen up, but no. I same with me. I forget like the first cold snap of the winter, and everyone is wearing huge jackets, and it's not even that cold. The same temperature in the middle of winter, and we'll be outside in like a t-shirt.
Dude, no joke. All the whatever weather you just listed.
Yeah,
we get 100% none of that. 100%. Guarantee. Guarantee.
We get weather hard.
Hail. What? Hail? Am I pronouncing that right?
Oh my God.
Hail.
it's imagine this, Christina.
With the H, right?
I know it's hard
hail.
to believe. But let me explain to you. Hail is when balls of frozen water, ice we call it, they fall from the sky. And then we sacrifice
I love how you're explaining this.
We sacrifice a lamb to the ice gods.
I love how I didn't live in Toronto for 3 years. It's hilarious. Oh, or in Canada for 3 years. That's so hilarious. Dude, the shit was trippy, man. I think the worst part of it all was just waking up, and it'd be early in the fucking morning, and you walk outside and it's fucking cold. It's the worst.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
It's the worst.
But you know what?
It's literally the
But
worst.
what about in California? Eh? How's the weather watch over there?
Wait. Let me see. It's November 5th. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Today's November. Oh, by the way, we vote tomorrow. Voting election.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing about it on Twitter for
yeah.
freaking ever. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, get over it, America. None of you are gonna freaking vote anyway. Who the fuck cares? Trump is still, Trump.
Emperor.
Yeah, emperor of the world. Weather. The weather's been slightly chilly, actually. It's a little cold.
Oh my God.
I wake up, I put a light sweater on.
Goodness.
I walk outside.
Goodness.
That's about it, man. A very light sweater. I'm saying a light. My sweater is so light. It's actually called, and no joke, the name of the when they name clothing. It's literally called the California sweater.
Wow. You poor.
Yeah,
you
dude,
poor
it is
baby.
so light you could see through it.
You poor baby. I can't believe you're experiencing.
I'm pampered. I'm pampered.
Oh my goodness.
But you know what's funny though? It's funny is when I moved back from Canada, came back home, and then remember that one there's one winter, like probably 2-3 years later, which was like a year or two ago. I'm throwing numbers out. But went to Vancouver with a friend, and we during winter, like December, probably a couple weeks before Christmas, we went up to Vancouver because I told him about Garibaldi Lake, which is one of the spots to go hiking, because I loved it so much during the summer that I was like, hey, we have to come back during the winter. No joke, we camped in the snow, dude.
Oh.
And I'm telling you right now, dude, when I'm back in Canada, for some reason, I can tune my brain back into like just being acclimated to the cold.
Your body suddenly goes into like
Sub-Zero
mode,
I don't feel any emotions. I don't feel feelings.
You don't feel feelings?
I'm heartless. I'm cold.
But along with
great.
that, all of your American modern imperialism also gets washed away, and all of your
It does.
You no longer have this urge to bomb.
I smile.
You no longer have this urge to bomb other countries.
I smile at random people.
Yep.
I smile at random people. I ask people legitimately, how's your day going?
Yep.
We go into Timmy's, we get some coffee, a little baby donut.
The amount of American flags on your person goes down about 7%, and
I don't know. That's the thing. We have tons of flags here.
Yes, you do.
We have tons of fucking flags.
Yes. In Canada, we're very proud of our flag, but at the same time, if you have too much of it, it's tacky. But Americans,
you're almost like, what are you trying to prove?
Exactly.
It's almost like that.
Things are.
But we're the opposite. It's like if you don't have 10 flags on your driveway, who are you? You're not American enough.
But you know what? For us, it's like you guys have to pretend, because things are not as nice as you think they should be. So you kind of have to force yourself to think, yes, America's the best. But in Canada, we kind of know that things are good, so we don't need to front. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think you guys are just. I don't know about that, man. I feel like I don't know. That's kind of rude. I kind of held it back. I just feel like you guys are just meh about Canadian pride. You're like meh. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. You guys.
America's like when you're getting into a fight with someone and they're talking a lot and you realize they're talking so much because they don't got a lot of fight in them. And the person who's kind of quiet and kind of self-assured, you're like, oh, this person's
honestly,
got something.
I feel like you guys are just bored. You guys are just bored. I don't know how to explain it.
We are because
I think you guys are bored. There's nothing to fight for. There's nothing I feel like you guys are just like a pampered a very fat cat living in a house. Your food is given to you. Your health care is given to you. The other cats around you are nice. You guys don't fight. You just continue to. I don't know. You're just kind of.
I'm gonna rearrange.
You guys don't have anything to fight about.
No. I'm gonna rearrange.
You guys are bored.
I'm gonna rearrange
you guys are
that
bored.
sentence you just said. It's not that we don't have anything to fight for. It's that we have nothing to fight against. This There's no need.
No, you guys.
There's no need.
Dude, you guys don't have nothing to fight about. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
No, but that's very different.
There's nothing.
We have things to fight for, but we have no one to fight against. So it's like we're chill, you know? Like, why do we? But you guys,
you know what's funny?
Made so many enemies,
Dude, let's be serious. I mean, there's tons of racists in Canadians in Canada.
Sure.
There's
for
still.
Sure.
Tons of racists. It was funny is like every once in a while, dude, it's awful. I'm going through my Instagram posts and or Instagram posts, like my posts, but in just Instagram, just other people's accounts or whatever. And just every once in a while will come up and, dude, fucking Canadians are still fucking racist, man. Like, what the fuck?
We just look less racist in comparison to our neighbors, you know? We're getting... Actually, I think we're breaking character a little bit, and we're getting all personal and stuff. So I think let's move on to the meat and potatoes of our podcast with the segment, What You Eatin'? So let me ask...
Dude, wait. Dude,
what?
This podcast is personal.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, how is it not personal?
No, it is personal, but I think... I didn't mean it in a bad way. I was trying to make a segment.
Oh, was it the whole racist thing? Did that make you uncomfortable?
No, not at all. I'm not uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I by the way, Canada's great. It's there's tons of racists, but it's great. I don't know if was that you trying to oh no, she's talking about Canada. Oh no, we're trying to we're still trying to kill off her races. Oh no, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. By the way.
Goodness, no, that's not it.
Yeah. Let's jump into it. All right. What you eating? What am I eating?
I should redo that so we can cut the segment out.
Dude, there's tons of shit that I have to edit, but it's okay. What am I eating? I am eating. Guess what I had yesterday?
Let me guess. Some sort of.
What you haven't had.
All right. Was it
boiling crab
again? Oh,
yes.
Very
nice.
It was
so good. Yeah, dude. I think it's like every couple of weeks we.
So nice. You had it twice.
Boiling crab. Yeah.
Very nice.
Dude, it's amazing. But actually, speaking of which, let me just jump into what I'm going to be eating in 5 minutes. No. We're still
5
podcasting.
minutes?
What am I talking?
I was going to say.
I was going to say 20 minutes. 20 minutes. How about this? I am going to be eating a pineapple, a very fresh pineapple. Have you had pineapples, Mohamed?
Oh, I haven't. Please explain it to me in detail. What is this?
No, come on. Have you had it before?
The fruit?
Yeah.
I think I have, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Great. Good for you.
It's
how much was that for them to import it into Canada?
Well, it's only available about 3 weeks of the year, and it costs about I think 24 Canadian dollars per we call it a bushel.
No, shut up.
And but it's
how much? No, really, how much is it?
It's kind of an acquired taste. It's the kind of stuff you get when you want to impress people, you know. But we don't eat it in a regular. Yeah.
Wow. Wait, so there are no pineapples right now in your grocery stores?
Of course there are. Wait, no, I don't think.
Oh, there are.
You know, I think we had some pineapple the other day, but I think we get it all year round just because of Californians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn it! I was trying to. That's no fun.
Wait. Let's put all the sarcasm aside. You honestly thought that we didn't have a lot of pineapples here?
Yeah, of course, but not every day. You guys have pineapples.
Oh my goodness! No, it's such a common thing.
That's so lame.
We're not in freaking igloos. We lived here for 3 years. Dude. Oh my goodness.
I was joking. I'm totally joking. Okay, what are you eating?
What am I eating? I should have
What's the thing? What's the new trend in Calgary?
Actually, I don't know what's the new trend because I haven't gone to a lot of restaurants, which we need to get to in a minute, actually. But
no, let's jump into it.
Let's jump right into it. So, for what you're eating, I was wondering if we could talk about worst restaurant experiences.
Ooh, yes.
And actually, I want to start with not the worst, but a pretty bad experience we had when you came to Calgary. and we went to that terrible shisha place.
Is that still your like kind of top 2 or top 5?
No, it's
bad
not.
restaurants.
It's not. It's not. But it is like I walked out of it, so that's pretty bad. Like I don't usually walk out of restaurants, right? I don't think it's a common thing.
Dude, and not only that, we had a straight up argument with the owner.
We did. Okay,
dude.
So Christina came to Calgary, and we went sightseeing and all that kind of stuff, and then we wanted to go have some food, and we went to the shisha place. I hate shisha. First of all, it's terrible. But
what's shisha again?
Shisha is like that it's like that bong that people smoke, like that. It's tobacco, but it's like
we call
it's like
it
a water bong. Hookah.
Yeah, what's that thing called? Hookah. We call it hookah bars here.
Yeah, hookah, shisha, same thing, right? And so one of our other coworkers like, hey, let's go to this place. We went there. It wasn't that great. It took we were ordering. How long did it take for the food to come? It took forever.
Dude, no joke. It took like 40 minutes, but the thing is, like, I felt like one plate came out.
Yes, one plate did come out.
And then another like 15 minutes, one plate came out, and it was just like, we ordered this all together. We'd like, for all of it to come together. Like that's ridiculous.
And we were basically just nursing our soft drinks. And then when we got up and we got to leave, by the way, the owner, he's from my country. Like I'm from Somalia.
Bro.
And so it was like
literally you told him bro. Like bro.
I was just like, I basically had no patience for him because like we're from the same culture, I'm just like no benefit of a doubt, just and I told him like you ruined our evening. We have guests here from America, and he's like, oh my god, America. And then
no, shut up! You did not say that.
No, I did say.
Dude, straight up, we were so mad. We were so mad.
I did tell him that you were from America. I said we had special guests we invited that are here from that traveled here, and you're ruining our evening. And
yeah, bro, I paid money to come up here, and like I'm literally offering money to you in exchange for food, and you could not even do that.
And when we tried to leave, he tried to charge us for those soft drinks. Remember?
Yeah.
And we're like, excuse me?
Yeah.
You're ruining our night. We're leaving here because you're not giving us the food that we want, but you want us to like pay for our drinks. And I don't even remember if we paid or not, but we left and we went to like just some other restaurant.
I remember like you guys were so calm. It was so, and he was like a couple notches of being like angry, but you guys were all calm. And like I wanted to match his anger and then top him off. Like it was like you guys were so cool. You guys were so chill. Like, oh my god, hey, you guys were being so. I wouldn't say practical. What's it? Just very like, very objective and very understanding.
Yeah.
But then he was just like, no, like how dare you leave a restaurant? Like did not even like he didn't give a shit. He just hated the fact that we were leaving. But
Terrible.
then I was ready to fucking throw it down, dude. I was like, give me a chair to like, or a table to flip over. Like, hold me back. Like, how dare you? Like, dude, we were waiting for 40 minutes. Like, I was
ridiculous.
waiting. I was ready to throw down, and all of you guys were so chill. I think Ernest even was like, hey, it's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Or you were like, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm just like, no, this is not okay.
No, it was terrible. And you know what? I wouldn't have been too upset if it was just some local people there. But when you have like you want to have your guests, you want to give them a nice time. And I thought that was
dude.
that was no good.
And it's cool. But then we ended up going like next door, and that was bomb, right?
That was
what did we
great.
have again? Just like burgers, right?
I had their 4 cheese. Since we're talking about what you're eating, their 4 cheese burger, and it was actually amazing. I couldn't believe it.
Dude, it was like we sat down, we ordered, we like chatted for about 10 minutes. Our food all came out.
Yeah,
and it was
time.
great.
Yeah, basically we had regular service. Regular resturant service, and we were blown away.
Yeah. We were like, oh my God, like I can't wait to leave. And so I can leave a 5-star Yelp review. Like, oh my God, like they say hi to us,
Oh my goodness. But let me ask you,
it was awful.
What's one of your bad restaurant experiences?
I think we've always had that, every once in a while we have that that server that's like kind of slow, but that tends to that combination of a busy night and then yada yada yada. But I feel like what made this experience like probably the worst, it's like it's shitty when your food comes out and it's not cooked. And first of all, it was not steak. Yeah.
Oh.
Bro, okay, so this is kind of bad. So we went, this is actually in Hawaii. This was on the Big Island. This is the Big Island where the volcanoes, that's where the Volcano National Park is. Oh. And this is Hilo, this is their like big city in the island. By the way, like anyone who's gone to Hawaii, it's a very small
place.
Even if you go to Oahu, it's a very small place. So anyways, even though it's called the Big Island, it's a very much small town feeling. So we go to the most hippest restaurant, had the most reviews, like there was actually live music there. It was actually pretty cool. So we go in, I think burgers, open like it's not enclosed. So kind of feel like an outdoor seating arrangement, live music, not too loud. You know how when there's live music, it's great, but then sometimes when it's too loud, it's awful.
It's annoying. I hate it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like tastefully done. Like you could still you can hear the music, drinking. I went with my best friend, and we're sitting there, and we ordered for appetizers. We wanted what is that? Deep fried,
of course, deep fried
mac and cheese balls.
Mm-hmm. How the most American thing ever. The most American thing ever.
Deep fried mac and cheese balls, which
yep. Did you eat it with?
You've had it before.
Did you eat it with
Heinz
amazing. Ketchup? Did you eat it with Heinz ketchup?
Duh.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
Duh. And dude, I'm telling you right now, it looked amazing, right? It's on this plate. There's 4 balls, right? You grab a fork, you puncture it, you think it's gonna be super hot, a little bit of ketchup on the side, and you go in for your first bite, right? You can't wait until you can go into the crusty part, right? And then the cheese kind of oozes out, right?
I can almost taste it.
You ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
I bite into it. The skin is hot. Like, it's perfect. Hot, nice. Deep fried.
Whew.
Now I'm breaking into the outside region, and I'm going into the cheese part.
Oh, cheese.
I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I bite all the way through, right? You ready for this?
Yep.
Cold, hard, frozen cheese.
Do not like.
Dude,
do not like.
I stop because I can't bite through it. It's frozen. And then I go, because I'm a fat ass, right? I'm the first to eat, right? So I bite into that, I spit it out, and then look at her and I go, that shit's still frozen. And so the waiter comes over and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but not sorry. This is not cooked. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, let me take it back. Bro. And she's like, oh my God, let me give you a new one. I'm like, that's cool. Awesome. You're good. And she, obviously it's not the server's fault, right? It's the kitchen's fault. Of course. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Can I get you another drink? I was like, yeah, sure. Fuck yeah. Mm-hmm. And 10 minutes later, dude, same experience, right? I come in. Oh my God, I can't wait. Puncture it with my fork, a little bit of ketchup. I go in, dude. I can't bite through it. It is the same.
Oh my God, 2 strikes.
Bro, it is the fucking same. And I call the server over and she's like, it's not cooked. I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm so hungry.
Not just you're hungry, but you're also learning that everything in that restaurant is probably frozen. And I guess it's
No.
Bro,
but what's so funny is that was just the appetizer. What we actually ordered was like burgers, I think. Same thing, burgers, but it was great. Burgers were great, but the appetizers were shit. Yeah, that was my worst. That was probably my worst moment. Like everyone's got the slow waiter, or the food takes them probably like 5 or 10 minutes longer. But no joke, I've never had like food come out and it was still frozen.
No,
like, dude, did you at least? I wish the cook just put his finger in it to like see if it was cooked, but no, he didn't check, asshole. Anyways, that was it. God. Yeah, dude.
Okay, I got one, but this is not.
Okay, go for it.
This is not the restaurant made a mistake. This is we're being a little bit unreasonable. And this is again a story with you, Christina. Do you remember when we went? Yes. Do you remember when we went? We went. What's it called? Dog sliding and caving.
Yes.
That was amazing, right?
I remember that.
So I think.
By the way, that was amazing. That was so much fun.
Wasn't it amazing? I think this was after the caving. So, people listening, imagine Christina and I with like maybe 10 other people, 15 other people, climbing up a mountain, going down into a cave, deep down into a cave, like really deep down into a cave. It was
so much fun.
It was so much fun.
Dude, I think it was at points we were jumping, or what is it called when you're jumping down?
Rappelling.
Rappelling, yeah. 40 feet down into a cave.
It was insane.
It was so much fun, dude.
It was insane. So we're crawling around there 6 hours. 6 hours of just our stank and sweat and like nastiness. And on the way back, there were three of us together, and we're like, we need steaks. We need meat. We need some food. And I'm like, hey.
Dude, I'm so hungry.
And I'm like, you know what? I know of a nice place with a good steak, but it's a little bit fancy. Do you guys mind? And we're like...
I remember that because we just got back. We're sweaty. We've got dirt everywhere. We didn't change.
Actual dirt. I don't think the people realize we're not exaggerating. Actual dirt on our bodies and on our clothes.
Yeah, dirt in, you know when you sneeze and you're like dirt comes out?
Yeah.
That was our state.
So we get to this place, and Alloy is a pretty decently fancy restaurant in Calgary. And they got and it's really fancy. They got 4 sections of the restaurant with totally different style and aesthetic. Like you can basically go to...
They had valet.
First
of all, they had valet.
Yeah.
We walked by. We're like, hey, how's it going?
It was really fancy. And we come in there with the grungiest of clothes. And we sit sit down smelling. And we're not even hiding the fact that we've had a great time. We're loud.
Yeah.
We sit down.
I don't care. Yeah, it was so much fun.
We sit down, and then as soon as they get us some water or something, all 3 of us get up and go to the washroom and just wash the dirt off of our hands and faces. We have dirt on our hands and faces. And Christina, I don't know if you remember this, but as we walked out of the bathroom for you Americans, as we walked out of the bathroom, a crew, some cleaners swooped in to clean up the mess behind us. I'm not kidding.
No,
I'm not kidding.
Didn't.
It's like they spotted us.
Seriously?
Yes, right after someone just swooped in to go and clean up the mess that we had created just by touching things, you know.
Just being there,
Yep.
And so what happened? What happened? You're actually kind of reminding me what happened.
Remember, we sat down, we ordered our food, we had a great time, and then I think even we didn't realize how grungy we were until we got some food in us and we started thinking clearly, and we're like, man, we're really underdressed for this place.
Yeah, dude. And then when we were talking about it, we were like, I was slowly becoming slightly embarrassed, and I was like, this is hilarious.
But the staff, they were phenomenal. They never once let us know that we were dirty, filthy people that shouldn't be there. Yeah.
Yeah, they were very nice about it. No hint of them being,
So I would put that as one of my best restaurant experiences. Oh, the food was amazing.
Oh, that was your best restaurant.
I would put that as a really good restaurant. Dude, the food was good.
I'm sure the food was good because I just don't remember. If it was an awful experience, I definitely would have But I do remember, you know what's funny? I do remember leaving that place and I was still hungry. Do you remember when we went to the hamburger spot? You said, dude, this is a local place. It's the best.
Oh,
and I remember
Peter's.
Ordering. I remember ordering. I was like, I think you asked, what do you want? I was like, fuck it, I don't care. Anything that, is the best, right?
Yes.
And I ordered it and it was dude, this is a hamburger that, that elementary schools serve to the kids. I'm sorry, dude. It was a regular burger.
This hamburger was made by a depressed, dejected elementary school cafeteria chef.
Aww.
Okay, you brought up Peter's. So Peter's Drive-In is a landmark in Calgary, right? It's one of the...
I know, you told me that. You told me that as we were driving up.
It's one of the places that like they only have one location. The owner makes so much money because everyone goes there. Like people from Edmonton, when they come to Calgary, they're like, or any other place, they're like, let's go to Peter's Drive-In. It's like it has that like hipster rule. Like remember, hipster restaurants have like cash only. You know, they what's it called?
Oh my god, it's so
they have
annoying.
like very
Get with
they
the
have
times,
like very
guys.
simple items, very little customization. Like they basically checked off a lot of the hipster stuff before hipsters were a thing. You know.
I know, like 20 years. I mean, it's been there forever, right?
But the thing is, it's not that great. Like it's overrated.
No,
and
dude.
I don't go there regularly. But I thought, like, you know, when tourists come, you're like, let's take them to like the tourist traps kind of thing. You know?
No, I'm not going there. Hell no.
No.
I've
We're not
been
going
there.
there.
I'm not going back.
But I'm taking you to some nice restaurants, though. Just.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah, of course.
But
by
Peter's
the
is not
way,
that great.
speaking of which,
Yeah.
by the way, I do want to come and visit next year, though.
Nice.
I know I've mentioned that, but I really want to come. I want to come like right before your guys' actual winter next year. I mean, obviously, it would have. I'm thinking around September.
September? Oh, I
Next
think
year.
I think that might be right in peak pineapple season. So.
Beautiful, amazing. That'll be a perfect time then.
Oh my goodness! All right, so we did our what you're eating. Should we get down to the
okay.
JHA?
Let's go to the JHA. Let's okay. So guys, our topic today is enemies in the workplace. Dun dun dun.
Yes.
I feel like we can almost just start this off like a podcast, just 1 hour alone. I don't feel like I don't feel like 1 hour is enough.
We could do a series on this.
Oh, we can definitely enemies in the workplace. Let's hit it off. Mohamed, have you had enemies in the workplace?
You know, I remember when we worked together, and when you had,
remember
you were racking up enemies left, right, and center. People.
Oh, if you were dumb, enemy.
I remember you'd meet someone for the first time, and you already had that "I'm gonna destroy you" look, or like "get out of my face" look, and you'd be like,
100%.
and then you'd be like, Mohamed, why are you so chill with everyone? Like, and then I remember telling you, I'm like, I don't know if I told you or I told one of the other coworkers. I'm like, you know, I need an enemy. Like I heard of these things, you know.
I remember you telling me that, and I wanted to slap you, dude. It was like, pick any one of mine, bro. I've got hundreds.
Actually, some of those specific stories we're gonna save for a much later date. But anyway, so I was like I'm like, I need a nemesis. That's the word I used. I need a nemesis.
That's what you did, and I laughed, dude. I was like, dude, everyone's my nemesis.
And I'm like, I want somebody that I can, like, you know, when they piss me off, I'll go to Christina's office and I'll be like, before we had a shared office, I'll go to you and I'll be like, Christina, you won't believe what this person did, you know, this and that. But then I got an enemy, and man, does it suck.
Yeah, dude.
But it sucks.
And by the way, so Mohammed's like this, he's like this gentle, very gentle giant. Like well, you know, not only that, you're super tall, but you're such a nice person, and you're very, very understanding and very patient. Very, basically all the qualities that I do not have. So I'm like this firecracker, like about to explode.
Yep.
I've kind of calmed down a little, but and then you throw in that very
and I've gotten sour,
interesting
and I've gotten a little more sour.
work environment. Yeah, you have. You've gotten older.
I've gotten older.
That's for sure.
Yes.
Old man.
But you're still young. Yeah.
But it was very weird to see you like irritated. Like you almost never got irritated. You were just like this cool, very like calm, collected person. But when it came to that person, it was like you were just like, I almost remember you saying, I just dislike this person. Like, you know, that was like
bad.
the worst you would say about this person. It was weird.
No. I felt bad because I'm like, why does this person hate me? That's I just like, it was so uncomfortable, and I'm like, why? Like that's so much energy to hate me, and I haven't done anything, you know? And so anyway, so this particular person, so as Christina said, this big 6'4" chubby black guy, and the nemesis that I created was this tiny, like, how tall would you say she was? She was like
She was my height. 5'2".
5'2", like Filipino, skinny, like like if I
I don't think she was skinny. She wasn't skinny.
no,
When you're our
before-
height, like you're just whatever.
I guess so. All I know is that I could have broken her in half if I accidentally, like,
You like turned a corner too quickly.
yes, if I turned a corner too quickly and she was there, she would be no more, right? And but I remember, like, she was a two-faced kind of like, if you like, okay, speaking of workplace, if you've ever had people that you work with that only treat relationships with value when they can get something from it, right? So
Oh, yeah, for sure,
So they
100%.
suck up to the bosses, and anyone beneath them that can't help them, they just treat with, like, nastiness. So she deemed me below her, and she would just have so much freaking attitude, and I had no idea where this was coming. And I was not used to this. I didn't have a lot of experience of people treating me this way. So I was totally thrown off. And I remember one time, and these seem like small things, but work things are usually small things anyway. But
we got to emphasize. I think we need to emphasize. I know that it's almost like, wow, Mohamed, you're taking things so personally. But the thing was, we lived and worked at work.
Yes. So many hours.
Imagine fucking working for 2 weeks straight. Like, no breaks. There's no such thing as weekends. Okay.
No, there's no lunch
Imagine
breaks.
going
You
to
work
work
through lunch. Yeah.
For 16. Yeah. Imagine working for 14 hours a day. You
Yep.
get on a fucking bus.
Yep.
To and from, and the only people that you saw was work people. So
Yep.
really, it was like we lived and worked. You know what I mean? So basically, any of these little issues that would have been normal in, like, normal work life balance situations.
Yes.
It was not. It was amplified. So
Yep.
like, this bitch. What's funny is, like, she was fine to me. Like, because I think I wouldn't say she was scared of me, but I feel like if she wanted to throw her down, I could fucking throw her down. Like, that was
Probably.
maybe
You were more
maybe it was too
intimidating.
much. It's too much work. Too much work for her to try to, like, do shit
think
to
so,
me.
yes.
And not only that, we were like different departments. We were different
Yes.
departments.
But okay, so you're absolutely right in the sense that, like she may be sitting behind me on the bus in the morning, I may have seen her breakfast that day, and then at dinner she's there, and then throughout work I have to deal with this woman, and just it was really annoying, and that's the thing, she treated you nicely,
But like, let's talk about specifics. What did she say to you, or what did she do for you to, like, to know that the fact that she didn't like you?
very, very minor stuff in the grand scheme of things, but, like, I would bring her a report and be like, hey, your time card or report or something here is wrong, and she'd be like, no, it's not, it's absolutely right. And then I would go back and I would double check my work and I would bring it to her and I would show her irrefutable proof that I was right, and then she'd be like, are we done here? That's her response.
What?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's, and I don't think I approached her in a rude way. I'm just like, oh, this is actually kind of what it is. She looks at it, she's just silent, she realizes that she's wrong, and then she's like, are we done here? And I'm like, what?
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
That would have been my response. Are you fucking serious? Excuse me?
And it was like this all the time.
And what was your response? What was your
And I was
response?
just like, sure. I was just more shocked. Like, I didn't have time to get, like, offended. I was just kind of like, wait, what? I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and it was like that. Always like she would be all bright and bubbly with everyone else, and she'd be really rude to me. So that's the thing. I couldn't even complain to other people because I'd be like, hey, that let's say her name is Jenny. Okay, I'd be like, hey, Jenny's being so rude to me. I don't know why she hates me. And they're like, Jenny's the sweetest. What are you talking about? She's great. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
Oh, dude, what a fucking fake, dude. I knew it. You remember that one time? I remember me sitting at my table. Oh, no. I was away from my desk. And so, by the way, so you live and work at work
Yep.
and yada yada. So people always brought, like, snacks from home.
Yep.
and then left it in their desk. So like their favorite tea, their favorite snacks or whatever.
Absolutely.
And I remember being given this milk tea. You remember that milk tea that I think it's Alan. Alan brought it, and he gave it to me. He gave me a pack.
Yeah.
And I fucking loved it, like, you know, and I remember coming back from turnaround.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
Bro, I came to my desk, and she was going through my fucking desk. And I go, excuse me? And she goes, oh, sorry. I thought, I don't know. I just caught her red-handed, right? Yep. And I go, excuse me, why are you going through my desk? And she goes, oh, no, someone said that you had tea. I was like, yeah, for me. The fuck? Like, she's like, oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. And she immediately left.
Yep.
And that was the end of it.
Yep.
And I never had any conversations with her ever again. Like, nothing from her. Yeah.
But that's no good. Going through another coworker's desk and stealing their personal stuff, like I could understand people stealing pens. That's still kind of dumb. Like, that would annoy me.
Yeah, but it's still like office, but it's still like I feel like it's still mine.
It
but
is
still
yeah.
the office's.
I think.
Yeah.
I think it's your personal stuff. I would call that your personal stuff, right? It's not like a no, but that's kind of shitty. Oh, on a side note, the same person. I don't know if you know this. I think you might, because I think you were like, I wasn't very in tune with all of the politics and all of the gossip.
Actually, I wasn't. Like, I heard who she was dating.
There we go. Okay.
And I was like, that's sad.
So
I'm sorry,
so
dude.
she was with this guy, and everyone knew that she was sleeping with some other guy, that she was not hiding it, and it was just like,
dude. By the way, you know, like, I see my Facebook like every once in a while, and I know, I think that's sad. I'm sorry.
It's really sad because she got knocked up.
If whoever no joke, whoever listens to us, who we used to work for, like, I don't give a shit, dude. Like, she is awful. She's a fucking awful person. Dude, no joke. Like, I think we're very reasonable people, but she was just very nasty. Like,
very nasty, very nasty.
Even talking about her, like, no joke, I'm replaying when she was going through my stuff, and I was like, excuse me? Hello? She's like, oh, I'm sorry, and walked away. And it was like, because the thing is, like, she's a short Asian girl, I'm a short Asian girl, like, you can't play, like, if I was a guy, and you know what I mean, she could do, like, I'm a girl, like,
yeah, she could be all laughy, yeah.
I mean, yeah, she's like, oh, no joke, like, calm down, bro. But I'm a short Asian girl, she's a short Asian girl, like, don't fucking throw, like, you throw shit at me, I'll throw shit back at you. It's like, so she knew who she was dealing with. That's the thing. So she knew, the whole power situation she was hyper aware of that. And I feel like because the people, the managers she worked with, she can get away with that behavior. Because their department, dude, it was fucked up.
With a lot of guys, she can get away with that behavior. And
yeah, I mean, her department was fucked up, dude.
It was, but
all of them, dude, all of them were nasty. I hated. What's funny, dude? It was you. Oh, this is gonna be great for you. It was you. It was Ernest. It was Brock. You know, he was kind of like a preteen girl going through periods. Like,
okay.
You know, you can get him on good times, and he was always grumpy all the time. But he was, you know, I enjoyed working for him working with him is because he, you know, got shit done. But you guys basically made, like, the only reason why I was able to get through that work for a year and a half was because of you guys. Like, no joke. No joke.
Oh, I believe it, because you gotta, like, have good people, or else, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
By the way, I think
like, we always,
I think we got to mention it every episode, but we worked at a camp job. That's why I think people are wondering, like, what kind of job you have to work and live with your coworker. It was a camp job, so up north.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway,
continue. Up north in the middle of nowhere, and I think that truly, whether it's in a weird working situation like this, or you know, you're just regular job like 8 to 5, like, it's really the people that you work with is
100%.
It either makes or breaks your experience. Yeah, for sure, dude. I don't think I would have lasted that long if it hadn't been for you guys. And what I enjoy about that is that even though we don't work together anymore, we still talk. Yep. Dude, every once in a while, Ernest will message me and he'll send me a photo of his son. And I'm just like, this is fucking hilarious. Like, Ernest has a kid now. Like, 6 years ago, we were like talking about like squat jokes. You know what I mean? Like how he was a bitch about not squatting deep enough. Like, we would talk shit, we'd talk about that shit. And it was, I don't know, I loved it, dude. It was
awesome.
It was an experience that I will never regret, but I love to like talk shit about it. Cause it was great, dude. It was great. It was and we'll eventually have to talk about, when we camped at the other camp.
Yeah, that's going to be an epic trilogy as well, or something like that. Like, it won't be.
Yeah, but we have to really talk about how awful camp life was. But
yes,
I think
we'll do a camp life episode.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But so about this person, go ahead. I know I kind of like took that off.
No. I think we spent enough time on this person. She doesn't deserve any more of our time. But I know how to pick the enemies, I guess, right? if I'm gonna pick one,
I think honestly, I feel like if it had to be one person, it would have to be that one, because she, like, it was very intentful on her behavior. Like,
that's the thing. Someone has to actively want to piss me off, and I have to feel that it's coming from a bad place for me to make them an enemy.
Absolutely, because not only that, you're just like this little, this bear, this lovable bear. Everyone loves Mohamed and everyone hates Christina. No,
wow.
I'm joking.
Wow,
I'm joking. I'm totally
All
joking.
These years,
no,
comes out.
Dude, I'm totally fucking serious. I'm not fucking serious, dude. I'm joking. But yeah.
But
dude,
how about you?
Great...
Got some enemy stories, or was there a question or something?
Yeah. Funny enough, I think my truest enemy that I had was probably.
Oh, we can't get to your truest enemy. That's going to be a whole episode on its own. I know.
Yeah, it has to be. But kind of briefly, what's funny is that I don't think I think we've talked this enough, like off.
Yes.
And I know that he wasn't aware of. The thing is, I still wanted to pummel him. Like, I still wanted to. I have no patience for stupid guys. It's not a stereotypical thing. I just, for me, like most women that I've worked with, I think some of them dumb. Yeah, I know. Oh my God, I'm basically painting myself as this like super snob, just like, but
this
I feel like when I mean by dumb or stupid,
kind of...
yeah, exactly. I feel like first and foremost, we were there to work with our teammates, and I felt like a lot of people just didn't pull their weight or didn't care, or they worked there for too long. I just felt like, I don't know, man. If you were in my way, like I that was preventing me from doing my job. I remember that.
Yes.
There was a guy. I remember his name. I was just gonna say it, but do you remember that guy? Okay.
No, don't say the name. But go ahead.
What?
Sorry.
Okay. Anyways, but I think my truest enemy was also in that same, when we worked together. It was that what's his name? But every time I saw him, I wanted to murder him.
Oh, I remember that
not
look.
Not murder him, but
No, actual murder him. I remember that look.
I had zero patience. Like, I had negative patience. Like, if he were to breathe hard enough, I would just be like, "Stop it!"
Well, okay. Who'll be your second? Who'll be like a second or third a work enemy?
That's a good one.
Or someone,
my former,
or someone with an interesting story.
Crap. I have some legitimate, really bad people that I worked for.
Let's not get too.
Yeah. It's not get too personal, but we will eventually get there. But
not
if
even
anything,
personal, but if it's too dark, maybe.
No. We should talk about this. I think this is real.
Okay.
I think we have a lot of whatchamacallit. I feel like we have a lot of, especially bosses. I think it's tough to work for a boss who's classic narcissist. I think that's a
Yep.
I think that's a big one.
So yeah, I think he would have been. You're talking about our old boss, right?
No. He's nothing compared to my
I wouldn't say
two former bosses.
Oh yes. Okay, we'll get to bosses on another day. But So either if we could do one of your other enemies, or you said we had a question for today, right?
Yeah, let's have we could briefly talk about it, but or throw up the question, but it wasn't so much a question. It was so much as females in the workplace. I think that's such a broad
another broad
spectrum.
topic.
Yeah, like always. But talk about specifics. I'm a female. I work. I guess I'll fit into that category. But females in the workplace. I think I don't even know how to fucking handle that. I guess the industry that I'm working is construction, and it's primarily male. And you know, I feel like there are times where, you know, I will even in my current company, I am the only female, typically in my department. But this company is pretty small, so I'm the only female in the company. And in most cases, I'm typically the only female in the room. And, you know, we can all take that in our own way, in that, hey, I'm the only male of, you know, I hate saying people of color, by the way, as if white isn't a color. But I feel like, you know, people can take it that way. They can say, hey, I'm the only male Caucasian, or I'm the only female that's non-white, or they could take it anyway, right? But in my situation, I've always been the female in the room. I remember in one, speaking of which, the Hawaii project, and it's $1 billion project. We had 40 estimators work on this. I mean, imagine 40 estimators from 3 different companies. We all came into this one room for an entire week to go over numbers. They'd be like, hey, how much is it going to cost to do all the structural on this project? And the 3 companies would come, present their numbers, and say, okay, well, this seems more reasonable. We're going to go with this number, you know? So basically, it was like each company did their own takeoff, and they basically said, hey, we're going to go with this number because it's
hold on.
in between.
We're hearing a lot of industry-specific jargon. I think a lot of people may lose us.
Okay, so think about it this way. We had 40 people in a room. I think almost everyone was white, except for me and maybe 3 other people. And it was like 40 people. And not only that, throw on top of that, I was the only girl. So I'm sitting in the back. That's where all the young engineers were. And it's just like, this is very much normal. And I'm never in that situation where, oh, I'm a woman, I need to like prove myself. I'm just me. And I feel like I've had to do that. But another throw on that is that I almost feel like I have a pressure that I need to be the best too. But I'm not going to be like, oh, hey guys, I'm the best. But I just do my shit and I get my shit done, you know? So I guess that's the way I'm going to take it. Females in the workplace. We're badass. AKA we're badass.
Nice. Nice.
I guess in my industry,
except for my enemy. AKA
except
Jenny.
for her. She's a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? Females in the workplace. What do you think? What's your take on that? You could take it however you like.
I hate being the only female in the room. You know, it's just the worst. But I'll mention the kind of a bit of a sad fact, that something that happened. So when I first started in this one company, the company we worked for, I was working more in like an administrative, pretty much clerical kind of job, right? Like it was,
but still, purpose.
Oh, no, I enjoyed it, and it gave me a lot of opportunities. But I mentioned that because I was working with, I think there were there's one other woman there, and then there was one that had my position before, but she moved up. And I think so. Our company didn't allow managers, even bigger managers in the field, to have secretaries. It didn't make any sense, right? So the sad thing is, some of the women that would work for these managers would kind of become de facto secretaries.
Yeah, of course.
And it was
I mean, we could call it assistant, like an assistant engineer or assistant.
They wanted someone like it was almost like a bit of a power move, or a bit of like a convenience. Like they want someone to like do like paperwork or bitch work, stuff that wasn't exactly their job, right?
For
And
sure.
so it was. I wouldn't say it was like a legitimate work kind of thing. It was more like I can't have an actual secretary, so I'm gonna basically co-opt this one person because she's a woman,
Yeah.
and I feel more comfortable with that. So, so our manager in our department had this. There was this one worker, and she wanted to move up and become a more like higher ranked and more independent worker, right? Like
Absolutely.
she wanted to move to a specific position, and the way to that was to suck up to the boss. But he kind of totally turned her into his secretary, to the point like let's say her name is Sandra, and he basically he had her doing everything. She would follow him around with a clipboard. She would take notes in meetings. He would actually forget about secretary. He would delegate actual work. He would delegate actual his own work to her, right? And then other managers would be like, "Man, I need my own Sandra." Like,
wow.
Yes, her name became synonymous with.
That's so fucked.
So anyway,
and not only that, dude, I felt like your department was like, I don't know, man,
it sucked.
our company sucked. Our
No.
project kind of sucked. Like there was a dime a dozen for like reasonable, good people.
I won't say our company sucked, but I'll say that like it would have sucked to be a woman in our department. I'll just say that, right? So there's that. Long after that this woman had left, actually, luckily she went to another company, and I don't think it ended nicely with everyone involved there, but so it was just me and then the other woman I told you that was in the same level as me, and we were both doing a bit of that clerical work, and again, managers above that, like other managers would come to our department to get her to do meeting minutes and other kind of bitch work that wasn't her job description.
Oh, I fucking hate that.
And it was so bad that like they would have her do it all the time. And then when she was off site and it was just me, I swear, this manager would come into the room, look at me. He's like, "Hey, where's so-and-so?" And I'd be like, "Oh, she's at home. She's not on site right now." And he'd look at me and he'd be like, "Okay." And then he'd just walk out of the room. Cause he's like, I don't. It's like this guy's not really a secretary.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's kind of some sad.
It's rough. I mean, I feel like I think the majority of the women that I've seen in construction, the people that I've worked with, have all been mostly clerical, and then it would be me. Yeah. And maybe one or two other female engineers, and it was pretty bad. But I felt like I think I'm just a little rougher because I've dealt with that, but I can get my shit done, dude. No one can fucking walk around me or walk over me. That's for sure.
That's good. That's good. And again,
I appreciate that.
I think any advancements that I had done is because I think I busted my ass. But at the same time, I was very, very aware of the leverage that I had just because I was a guy, right? And I don't like saying that as like a blanket statement for every job in every place, because that's not true for every job in every place. But in construction, in the position that I was, it was so obvious. But anyway.
Dude, we could definitely expand on this and then talk about it more on the next podcast. I think this is good. I think, dude, I love how, again, we were like, we could dedicate, if anything, our entire lives talking about our enemies in the workplace.
Yeah, and I think maybe even we should move away from construction. I know that's a lot of our experience, but like we can get to other work places and that kind of stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we could. I mean, we could. If anything, we could also like. What's funny is like I realized like this entire podcast could seem a little
esoteric,
not optimistic, or but we could. We should throw in some funny stuff next time. Let's throw in some more shit bandit stuff, maybe.
I'll see if I can get any more funny stories. But anyway, no, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, we've got plenty of funny stuff. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll please like, subscribe, comment. Yep. Please actually submit your questions that we can answer. Or just general themes, whatever you guys want to talk about. But thank you. Hope you guys had fun. And until then, I'm America.
And I'm sorry. Nice.
I still think that's incredibly funny. Okay.
I love it.
Guys.
I love it.
Bye.